Greetings again, gang. All right, let's talk about something a little different here. Let's talk about another option for personal protection device. A lot of you I know own something like this, okay? Hopefully most of you can. But there's some people that it's very difficult to. You live in California, you live in Illinois, you live in Massachusetts. While it may be totally legal to go through all the hoops to get one, it's really hard. And California puts all these restrictions on firearms, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, what you can, what you can't own, all that sort of crap, right? I'm not getting into the Second Amendment deal here. Y'all know my thoughts on that. Anybody who can legally own a firearm should. Granted, you're a felon. That's an issue. Okay. And no, I don't care. I'll disagree with people on this. No, felons should not own guns. Okay. There's a reason they're a felon. But let's say you live in one of those states, you want to protect yourself somehow. I'll put you in a hypothetical situation. You're driving down the road and you come to a stoplight. All of a sudden, the guy in front of you, or the guy behind you, doesn't matter, gets out of the car and starts walking toward you. You don't know his intentions, right? Maybe you didn't signal. Maybe he thinks you cut him off, whatever. And he's going to get violent. What if you had one of these on the front seat? Okay? And he walks up and you've got this in your hand. That looks intimidating, just as it is, right? But that's totally legal to own anywhere in the United States. Don't need to go to the gun shop. Don't need to fill out any forms to have a background check, whatever. Order that, and it gets shipped to your house via UPS. Poof, right? And I know what a lot of people are thinking. Oh, it's a pellet gun. No, it's not. Okay. This is a little bit more mature than something like that. It's not a firearm, but it is a self-defense weapon. Many of you guys may have heard of a gentleman by the name of Jörg Sprava, who is a German engineer. He developed this. Okay. It's brand new, at least to the United States. I had to order this back in June. It arrived yesterday. Okay. If you order one now, you'll probably have it by Thanksgiving or something like that. There's not a whole lot of them out. But what it is a CO2-powered blow dart gun. You get a 5-inch hardened steel blow dart that it shoots. It is a revolver. It has 6-shot capacity. If you remember a while back, I did the video on the pistol crossbow. It's a good self-defense tool. That'll certainly do some damage. The downside to it is you had 1 shot and then you had to reload. This one, you've got 6 in the capacity of a revolver. Okay? No, a hardened steel blow dart is not going to go through a tactical vest, for example. But then for the most part, nor is a 9mm round. The 9mm will knock the wind out of somebody, but he ain't going to be unalived. That's not going to knock the wind out of somebody either. But imagine getting hit in the leg with that dart, in the head with that dart, in the shoulder. That's going to hurt. And if you don't think it's that effective, I'll show you. This thing is very simple, okay? If you take off the handle, you drop a 12-gram CO2 cartridge right into the handle there. If I can get, there it is, okay. Tension screw. Pop your handle back on. To engage the CO2, all you're doing is this. It's not that super quick. You have to do that first, okay? You need to charge it. But you're going to be carrying it with that CO2 cartridge in it all the time, and all you have to do is and you're done. Loading this thing. This is interesting. Okay? It's like a pepper box. Your 6 barrels, you're just dropping I do this here relatively quickly. It's loaded, okay? You can get extras, so it's like having a magazine. You can have a spare in there. Literally, it is drop it in, close it. If I turn this screw and charge it, it's live. Yes, it has a safety on it. You probably can't see it, but there's a little button right there, okay? So yes, there is a safety on there. Gee, but that's not that powerful. Okay. Shot energy of this thing, 7.6 foot-pounds, 10.3 joules. Yeah, it's powerful. Muzzle velocity, 398 feet per second. Okay. No, it's not a 9mm. No, it's not a 45 ACP. But it's also not a baseball bat. It's something where you can use as a defense item in the house or in the car. Hell, if you want, you can go shoot rats with it if you live in New York. Something like that. Not that, I'm going to say go out and use small game hunting with a pistol, but yeah, you'd have rat shish kebab. If you saw on the top, it comes with a Picatinny rail. So if you want to put, I don't know, a red dot on there, you could. If you want to put a flashlight on there, you could. Other than that, you're using the standard, if I can show it there, pistol sights. Personally, for me, I'm going to put a white dot on the front, make it a little bit fluorescent white dot, make it a little bit easier to see the front sight. But this is an idea. I'm going to give you this. I can't put the link below, but if you go look up 6 needler, you will find this. Knowing YouTube, if I put the link below, they're going to say I'm putting a link to a firearm, even though technically legally, this is not a firearm, but I'm just going to make sure I stay out of trouble. Go look it up. But let's go take this outside and I'll show you the effectiveness of this. All right, so let's do it this way. We're going to use a slab of pork ribs because when they test ballistics on rifles, usually what they'll use is a pig because the muscles and the bones most resemble that of a human being. So I figure the best I got is pork ribs. So I'm going to stand about 10 feet back here, and we're going to go for the meaty part. All right. So let's talk about penetration. I'd say those two came out pretty good. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be shot with one of those. When I wound up pulling them out, one of the shots went right through the meat. You saw that. One of them went right through the bone. Through the bone, not brushed against it, right through it. I had to get a pair of pliers to take that dart out of the stack of ribs. Yeah, that will do some serious damage. It's an idea for somebody who doesn't have access to a traditional firearm. Doesn't mean it's right for everybody. It's a good little, maybe non-lethal tool to use. It's certainly going to hurt. Yeah. You'd stop somebody, or at least make them think for a second using something like that. Take a look at it if it works for you. Have a good one. Pinball out.